What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Wrench Everyday podcast. I'm Andrew Howell, joined today by Mr. Freddie Hernandez, or as I like to call him, Friedrich.
That's literally the first time you ever called me that.
No, it's not. I call you that sometimes when I text you.
Okay.
Because we're at that level. We text.
Oh, okay. Well, we're besties.
We are.
besties.
We're BFFs.
So that's so. Do you have me as a contact under Friedrich?
Friedrich.
Friedrich.
That's hard to do.
It is.
Friedrich.
Friedrich. You gotta pretend like you're choking on a carrot. Yeah. So how you doing today, man?
You know what? I'm doing pretty good.
You doing all right?
Yeah. So, okay, listen.
Yeah.
You ever been to a car meet?
Well. Huh?
Like a car meet?
A meet of cars, right?
Right.
Yes.
Can you go to a car meet if you're vegan?
I think that's a different type of meat, Andrew. Might be a different type.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I get it. So yeah, I've been to a car meet. I'm not too big on them.
Why is that?
I don't know. Never really appealed to me because me going to a car meet, like I never felt like I had cool enough cars. Like there's guys there with like really awesome looking builds, and
You
me with
show
like,
up with like a twin turbo Lambo, just like slumming it, just super gross.
Well, here's the thing. It's not like I had this twin turbo Lambo for a long time, and it's not like it runs. If it runs, then yeah, I can show it off to people and they'll think it's cool. But other than that, it's like, hey, here's an SL55 that looks kind of crappy, and you can't really tell apart from it's lowered a little bit, but it kind of looks broken. Like that's what I'm bringing to a car meet, and like
you gotta get some wheels for the SL then.
Sure, but it needs more than that. It needs some body work and the bumpers falling off and all that stuff.
Blah, blah, wheels, and it's a build.
Yeah. I'll tell you about my build, bro.
Wheels and stance.
I got 16-inch XSRs, and well, you know, that's it. All right, so car meets.
So, like, you ever had any crazy experiences at a car meet?
Have I had any crazy? Yes, kind of. So I've been to a car meet a long time ago. I was part of a car club.
Okay.
You ever been part of a car club?
No, and I've done that on purpose.
So I've been part of a few car clubs, but they were never official car clubs. They're always like just a bunch of guys who said, we're a car club.
And you just put like stickers on your car, like.
Here's the thing. If somebody had access to a sticker machine at some point in their life, they're like, we're making a club.
Yeah.
Everyone gets stickers.
It's official. We have stickers. We're real.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was. I think it was called Rogue Motorsport.
Oh God.
Which is actually, I mean, it's not a bad name. Rogue Motorsport, not bad.
Okay.
It's not
okay.
Rogue Motorsport.
Sure. Okay.
Even though there's not really too much motorsport involved. We went to the track every once in a while, but it's like that's basically it. Like we did a quarter mile. Like 3 guys did the quarter mile. That's like it's motorsports, 100% of the time. That's all we're about, racing. Kind of.
And it took a quarter minute to do the quarter mile.
All right. And then before that, I was in a club that never got off the ground. I don't know how you can get these things off the ground.
Me either, man.
But it was just one of those things where we just called ourselves a club because we were 18 and stupid. We called ourselves Prime Example. Prime Example sounds like a pyramid scheme. Well, with a $500 Prime Example starter pack, you too can own your own business.
Nope.
No, it was really dumb. It was like me and a guy with a Ford Escort GT with a turbo swap, which is actually really cool.
Okay, that's respectable.
My friend with an MX-6 GT, and then there was another guy with a 1G Talon.
Nice.
1G, so it's a DSM. Had a big 16G turbo. At the time we thought that was big. Like, whoa, this thing makes 350 to the wheels. He's like, dude, when that turbo spools up, you better hold on. Dude, you're 18. You think that's the fastest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, 350 to the wheels, it's not nothing.
And you were in this club with what car?
A 1998 Nissan Maxima GLE with a 5-speed swap, by the way. So yeah, that's what I was in. But we went.
And you guys always met at the Kmart parking lot.
In New Jersey, you can meet at a Sonic. That was a big thing.
Yep.
It was a big thing with the motorcycle guys. They always used to kind of mob on the Sonic. We used to go to Wendy's. So we used to meet up in Wendy's, and it's never like a strategic location. Like we gotta go to hot import nights or something. Like nah, we're just going to Wendy's and get some McChickens because we're all broke.
My car's faster than yours. You want to race?
Well, yeah, but I gotta finish my Frosty.
Basically, dude. Like you're 18. You have no resources. You have nothing to offer society.
That's fair. I mean, up until recently, when I lived in Jackson or in the Jacksonville area, we had a regular like Tuesday night Sonic meet.
Yeah,
that was kind of that was the thing.
Right, and it's but. Like when you have like a cheap car, like you have nothing to offer society. All you are is a burden on everyone.
Man, why don't you tell me how you really feel about teenagers?
Well, teenagers are our future, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Yeah, don't you know? So when I was in Rogue Motorsport, I went to I actually had my Lexus. This was during my Lexus days, and I was still building it, as opposed to me building it when I moved down here.
when you had this Lexus, how many Bluetooth headsets did you go through?
Bluetooth headsets. 3, I think, probably.
Typical Lexus kid in the early 2000s. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, but my Lexus was a $400 SC. The SC that I just had. The
graffiti one.
Graffiti one, yeah. This is before it was graffitied. So I did my own paint job. I did a Rust-Oleum $50 paint job, right? But then I decided to take it off, sand it off, and then I was building it up because I was like, bro, I got a twin turbo 1JZ. I am going to run these streets, right? And turns out didn't really run the streets. Car ran fine. It was a complete it was a basket case, but I went to a local show, and in the local show. My friends at the Rogue Motorsport, they said, dude, if we roll up, like if everybody rolls up there, we'll get, most in the crew or something like that, like biggest crew or something. Oh, and then they're like, and there's also like a best under construction. And I'm like, my car's under construction and it has all this cool stuff on it. Like I could go. I'm like, okay. So I go, my car looks like absolute dog crap. It looks like there's primer everywhere. It's like there's Bondo, and then I pop my hood and there's like, it's basically falling apart. Like I need new belts. Like one guy like basically told me like you need to change those belts, man. Like those belts are real old. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no, seriously, like change the belts because it's like pretty bad. And then like nobody in Rogue Motorsport knew what my car was. They kept telling everybody it was a 2JZ, making me look like I had no idea what the car was. And they're like real car guys there, right? So I'm not saying that they're not car guys. They just didn't know what my car was. So they're telling everybody your car's a 2JZ. It's like, it's obviously a 1J. I'm like, yeah, I know it's a 1J. I was like, yeah, they said it was a 2J, and like it's just making you look like you have no idea what you're doing.
You got to hop on your T-Mobile Sidekick and do the group text.
I wasn't a sidekick guy. Oh? I wasn't a sidekick guy. I was a flip phone until I got an HTC Evo. Until I got a smartphone.
Okay. My first smartphone was an HTC Tilt 2.
Ooh, yeah, those are good. Actually, I had I might have had one of those Windows, really, really old Windows ones. That was like Internet Explorer on the phone.
Oh yeah,
I can run emulators on my phone.
My phone has a start button like a computer.
Whoa, that's crazy. And you have to have the stylus, and like it was just the worst. It was so bad. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so they said there's a best under construction category, and I said, cool. I'd love to be the winner of an award, even if my car wasn't even if my car wasn't done. That'd be kind of cool. So I get there, park up, and turns out no under construction category. And they're like, "Where'd you get this?" And they're like, "I don't know. I don't know where we got. I don't know where we got the information from." So
that's good.
Yeah. So basically, I was just super embarrassed with like everybody had like their super shiny cars. I bring my pile of crap, and as a 18 or 19-year-old or want to do. I when everybody left, try to do like a little peel out. Try to do a little peel out, and well, the thing about that Lexus is the clutch wasn't exactly the most grabby, so I just basically burned my clutch pretty good because I was like, I want everybody to hear what this Lexus sounds like, and it sounded good. It was like pretty straight pipe. It was like 3.5 inch straight pipe from the turbo back. Great sound.
Nice.
Didn't go anywhere because I just basically fried the clutch. So if any of you were in that, it was in Elizabeth, and this was like many years ago, probably 10 years ago. And if any of you saw a really dilapidated Lexus try to do a peel out and then just roast the clutch, that was me.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I probably have another one. Well, I'll let you go. You go to more car meets than I do.
I used to go to very many car meets.
Well, I'm talking about from like 10 years ago.
No,
I don't.
I'm talking from. Like,
I'm an old man now.
I'm talking from maybe more like 13 to 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like you go to car meets now, don't you?
Sometimes. I really have to be in the mood.
Okay.
Not as crowd friendly as I used to be.
Because we went to that Miata meet,
the Ace Cafe meet, and I've been to a couple meets after that. I went to the Ford meet at the Ace Cafe a few weeks ago. It was all Mustangs and F-150s. I stayed for about 20 minutes and then I left. No STs rolled up. I did a sad.
I have nothing in common with you folk.
Yeah, right. I have all of my teeth and I can read.
Jeez. Wow.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. I don't care.
I don't care because it's true.
It is a joke.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite car meet stories of all time. Okay, so I used to go to a car meet called Hurricane Hot Rods.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So back in the day in Claremont, where I grew up in Central Florida, there was an A&W. So this is where we had our meet every Tuesday night, 7:30. We had this one guy that always had the latest Infiniti or Lexus, or he's always very for me as a high schooler with a 1996 Saturn SL2
Unobtainium.
Yeah, I was just like, "Wow, this guy's so rich. He has the coolest cars."
It's just insane. Yeah.
He rolled up in like an S2000 a couple of times. Always had a Bluetooth headset on because that was a status symbol back in the day.
Well, you're important. You get called. You don't have the. That's
right.
You don't have the time to go in your pocket and flip open your phone.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
You go. Hello.
Yeah.
You smash your ear like a caveman.
Oh!
And you just talk into the air.
Yeah.
And so nobody knows what. It's just socially awkward. Who thought that was a good idea? That's just the worst idea ever.
I don't know.
You want to make it look like you're talking to yourself and look like some weird robot from like a 70s future novel?
Star Trek. With this like big headset coming out your ear.
Like a weird telemarketer doing their job after hours.
And so like he would always roll up. He was always very extra, I guess, as they would say nowadays.
So what does that mean? I hear that so much. Like,
extra
why are you
just
being
means like you're being extravagant. You're being melodramatic. You're being
okay,
too much.
All right,
too
so
much.
Overreacting, that sort of thing.
Too much.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one day he rolls up, and he's in. I think it was an E55 AMG. Now keep in mind this was in 2005.
So they just came out. Yeah.
So like this is just like again unobtainium unicorn car.
That's a mighty fine lease payment.
Yeah. He gets out, walks over to the passenger side door. By this time, a crowd of maybe 15 to 20 people have gathered because like it's an E55 AMG. Like, oh my God, crazy German car.
Yeah.
He opens the passenger side door, and out steps this literally completely naked woman covered in body paint.
Okay.
With a boa around her neck.
All right.
A snake.
So, I would be concerned if I had a relatively new car that I likely leased, and then I had somebody that was painted.
So there was a seat cover, I think there was like a towel or something on the seat.
Okay. Also the snake would probably be a concern, but whatever.
So So he brought a nude body painted belly dancer to this car meet in like a small town in Central Florida for some reason.
That sounds like a Salomon move.
Right? No, seriously, like
that sounds like something Brian Salomon
like
would do.
Persian pose,
right?
Or like a Brian Salomon or like a Salamandran type of thing,
right?
I think he was maybe Persian or something like that. Just out of no, like we're all just like standing around like my Saturn has a 1.9 liter.
Right.
I got this homemade cold air intake that I got from like plumbing parts from Home Depot. I got a Kenwood. I listen to a lot of heavy metal on my Sony Explode speakers I saved up for 2 months to buy. And then dude rolls up in an AMG with a naked chick and a snake. Like, you want to flex on someone? Come on.
That is like, and but what I don't get is that these people, and this is including Salomon, right?
I love Salomon. I love him.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with him. He's a cool guy. He actually just got a show on Netflix.
Yes,
he has a show on Netflix. I don't know what it's called.
Well, he's on a show. I don't think it's his show, but he's
he's on a show. But it's like they
something fastest car or something or other.
Right. So I think they try to beat his car. Like home builders try to beat his car because
was his car and like other
fast cars like exotics or something, right?
Yeah.
But he's like a personality or whatever, right?
Oh, he is a personality.
Sure, right? And honestly, are they just? I think the entire thing is like they're just flexing on kids. They're not. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, in this particular instance,
no, but like most of these supercar guys, like they just like, oh, look at how much money I have, and we'll look at all that. It's just kids that they're impressing. Because let's say like people like you and me, who cares? Like if you go, oh, there's a Lamborghini.
I care.
No, but listen, if you see a Lamborghini, you're not gonna be like you're not gonna be super jealous of that guy.
Right. But cool, Lamborghini.
Yeah,
awesome.
You're gonna be like, oh, right, yeah, cool. But you don't want that guy to like, all right, now to really impress me, naked girl has to come out with a snake around her neck. Like that at no point is like, dude, why are you doing that?
Yeah, like 10 years ago it would have been like, whoa, but now it's like, okay, why?
Yeah, like now you just feel bad. It's like, man, that poor girl. Like, what did she sign up for? Like, was she a model? Like, is she a model agency? Is like, is that his girlfriend? Did he make her do that? Does she really want to do that? And then like, what about that snake? Like, that snake is like just freaking out. He doesn't know where he is. Like, like what's going on? Do they have the AC on? Snakes need the heat. They can't regulate their body temperature. So I'm just thinking about all this stuff. Like when Salomon posts something on Instagram, he always posts this. I don't know. He has a photo shoot. And it's always naked models.
Yeah, it's really...
He has like naked models, and it's just enough that it can get around Instagram. Like it doesn't show the nipples or something. And it's naked models on his Instagram. And I'm like, the hood's probably... I mean, I know it's carbon fiber, but two girls, just putting their knees on the frame of that hood, like they can't be good for it.
Hurts.
And then I'm thinking about like, what about the girls? Like, what are they doing? Like, are they just...
Obviously they're being paid.
Sure, I'm not saying anybody's holding them against their will. I'm just saying, like, are they nursing students? Like, are they going to look back on this and like in 10 years and be like, oh God, what did I do? Like, remember that crazy time with a snake? Whoa, what was I thinking? So I'm just, this is the stuff that goes through my mind when I see that stuff.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it's that Puritan thing in me, like, oh, this is quite preposterous. I don't know. I just don't feel that whole wow factor. There actually was a guy that flexed on all of us when we were at Rogue Motorsport. There was a guy, he brought a Impala.
Okay.
Impala SS. And again, two broke teenagers.
Wait, what year?
Oh, it was the good one. Not the
front wheel drive one.
No.
Okay.
What? Who would flex?
So I used to work at an Advanced Auto Parts. I used to work at Advanced Auto Parts, and the manager had one, and he got mad at me because I told him that car is totally pointless and useless. Like it can't do anything good.
I got the Dale Earnhardt edition. What? How dare you? I'm gonna do it for Dale. I got the 3 on the side.
Like it doesn't go fast in a straight line. It will never go fast around a corner.
Yeah.
It's not fuel efficient.
And it's ugly.
Hideous.
Yeah, it's really
like it does nothing good. It does everything subpar.
Right. It's bad at everything. But so no, he had the Caprice lookalike in the mid '90s.
Such a good. I have a friend in Jacksonville with one right now.
Yeah. So
clean.
those are great. But if you ever want
shout out to you, Chandler. What's up?
If you ever want to flex on somebody that has no money, which was basically teenagers in like early 20s in a car club, because none of us had any money. We were like counting some of us had some money. Like if you had like a steady job, you had some money, then you could afford something nice. Like one of the guys had like a Golf R32, and it was like, dude, Golf R32, that is crazy money. Dude, you paid like 15 grand for that. Like, what?
I would love to have an R32.
I know. It's
so cool.
Yeah, it's fine. But then something breaks, and like, oh crap! I can't. Now now my girl got to drive me to work, and R32's down. I got to wait till it costs $1,000 to do timing or whatever.
I have to overnight some parts from Germany,
right, or Mexico. So this guy came to one of our meets. We did like a weekly meet at Applebee's. And we never actually went into Applebee's, good, because again, cost money. We did have a guy, one of the people that he was like the bankroller guy.
Okay.
So he's a super cool guy, super awesome dude, salt of the earth dude. He had he was a construction contractor.
Nice.
And he always had money.
Okay.
So people would kind of take advantage of that. They would go to they'll go to the club, and they would, basically he would pay for the tab. He was super nice, but it's just like nobody else has any money. Like let's be honest, because he had like an STI,
nice,
and he had like a 944, like a Porsche 944. So basically loaded. Like,
yeah.
Basically you're loaded.
How did you get so rich?
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like one of those things like you're not a millionaire, like you're a 100,000-aire. It's like, that's good enough. That's like you're pretty much you're way past.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of numbers. I don't. That's too much.
100,000-aire. Maybe not 100,000, like 50,000-aire. Like that's like a net worth. Like, yeah, got 50 grand, no problem. So one guy, he rolled up on this meet while we were just standing outside, and he had this Impala that had like this color shifting candy pearl on it. And it had 22s on it, and you knew it was 22s because he had the chrome 22-inch decal on the side. But then he did the thing. Well, it also had a vinyl wrap on the side that said "Big Money." Okay. So I guess that was his name. I don't know if that was his name, but it said "Big Money." So here's what he did to flex. Here's how you flex on anybody instantly. You can come into anybody, come to any meet. You'll flex on them instantly. Roll up to them, stand for a second, give it a beat, then lower air suspension, drop it to the floor. Like that. And then everybody goes, oh! And then it's just like a tidal wave of like, I wish I had that. I wish my car could do that. But
nope.
But again, right now you're saying no because you're an adult and you have all your cognitive faculties. But if you were a child with a mind of a child and the bank account of nothing, then you would be like, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life.
Maybe if I was a kid, but like even back in high school, I was never really into the.
No,
but I get what you're saying.
What? You're wrong, but yeah, Okay. So I remember that when we went to the Miata meet.
Yes.
It was a little bit weird for me. I'm not gonna say it was bad. I mean, well, I can get to that, but do you have any other weird meets? Because you've been to some.
Yeah, so like in high school, I kind of lived at car meets.
I mean, what else is there to do?
Right?
You can't date, right? No. What?
Why did you bring that up?
Oh, okay.
So this was
I noticed that a lot of car guys they were never the popular guys at school. They're
ever.
It was always like, did you date in high school? Like, no.
I did once.
Yeah, like I had a girlfriend for like maybe
6 months.
Yeah, like a few months or something, and then that's it. Like I have no idea how any of this works.
or feelings. How do those work either?
Yeah, like you just stumble into it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this same meet, this Hurricane Hot Rods. This is later, probably by a year or two. I don't really know the intricacies of this particular encounter, but I just remember a lot of yelling, and then I turn and I see one of my friends just deck a guy in the face.
Okay.
And on his way down, losing consciousness, he hit his head on the metal pole that had the order board on the parking spot.
Oh my
at
God.
A&W. So it was, smack, clang, thud.
Dude, what was the guy okay after that?
I don't know. We left. All of us left.
Dude, that is, we might have to cut that from the podcast. That's like, I mean, you didn't do it, right?
No.
Okay, fine.
I never throw the first punch. I always throw the last.
It's usually when you're going down. This is miss, and you have to.
I'm here to kick butt and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
That's actually pretty scary.
It was pretty crazy,
dude. If your skull hits the ground, like the ground doesn't have any give. Your skull
but it hits a metal pole on the way down.
Honestly, the metal pole might have stopped the fall or something. I don't know.
No, I remember distinctly the three sounds.
The thing is, when you go, first of all, there's trauma from the hit. Right.
So this is CSI now. We're dissecting it. Are you Sherlock Holmes?
No, I'm just saying, like I actually listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, and he talks about like trauma and whatever.
Rojogan.
I listen to a lot of Rogan, and
Rogan.
And if you hit somebody like so hard that their brain basically sloshes around in their skull,
It's a concussion.
yeah, that's a concussion. Then they hit the ground, right?
Yeah.
Or they hit a metal pole and then the ground. That's like, you could die from that. You could legitimately die from that.
He didn't die.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How do you know he left?
Because my friend didn't go to jail.
So what? Maybe the cops are just super inept.
No, because
Maybe it was like, well, this is clearly a case of self-defense.
he came to another meet a few weeks later to talk it out with the person that did the thing.
I don't know how you could get knocked on. I mean, how old was this guy? Was he also
High school age.
Oh,
all of us were.
Oh, okay. High school age, dude, you can get away with so much.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like a middle-aged guy, it's like that guy's dead. he's dead. You need to call his family because he's not waking up.
I saw him die as I was finishing my order of A&W cheese curds.
Dude.
The root beer was delicious.
It's like, well, if a middle-aged dude gets hit in the face and it goes down like that, like, man, he's gonna have to use all of his deductible this year. That's crazy. But no, in high school, guys get into fights all the time, and you have so much tolerance for stuff like that. It's crazy how you feel like you're invincible, and like, I don't like what you say. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna hit you really hard. Like, why? Why is that a thing? Like, why can't we just like talk it out? Like, no, I want to hit you.
Or why can't you just leave if you don't like what I'm saying?
Right.
Just leave. Just get out of earshot. And you no longer hear me.
Why don't you know what? How I'll go. You guys, there's a bug in here.
The bug's trying to fight.
Bugs on the podcast. If it goes in front of the microphone, we'll know. All right. So okay. So a guy got knocked out unconscious.
Yep.
It's good.
I've seen a lot of like illegal street racing.
Well, illegal street racing is sort of part and parcel with being a car guy.
Yeah. It was.
All right. I'm gonna be Mr. Miyagi here. I'm gonna.
Where are your chopsticks?
Here.
That's a hand.
It's right there. I can get it. It's right on the light. It's right on the light. I know this is super interesting for everybody listening, but there's a bug on the light, and it's gonna be, it's gonna get to me. So
it's Mothra. Would you say that it's bugging you?
It is bugging me a little bit.
Well, I'm sure that everyone's gonna be excited to hear about these ant icks.
Are ants considered bugs?
Yes, they're insects. They have 6 legs.
Yeah. What's the other one? Arachnids, right?
Arachnids. Those are 8-legged.
Yeah.
Like ticks, spiders, scorpions.
Well.
Anyway, so cars.
Yeah. So about the core. When we went to this Mazda Miata meet, one thing that's really a little weird is that when you're again, I hate to toot my own horn here.
Wait, can I toot the horn?
Yes. So there's people notice you and they want to come up to you and talk to you, right?
Because you are senpai, and please notice me, senpai.
Please notice me, senpai. I have no problem with it. I love talking to people. I'm super approachable, and some people they're car guys, but the thing is they don't do well in social situations. Socially awkward. We've all been there.
Same.
I'm pretty socially awkward.
Same.
The funny thing about it is, I have an audience of many people, but when I do videos, I'm talking to one camera and I'm by myself. So it's like I have a conversation with a camera, and then that camera goes out to millions of people. But if I ever meet those millions of people, I'll just clam up and I'm like, you can see me. It's like the emperor has no clothes. That's one of the things.
I imagine like for instance, Saab Kyle, every time he meets someone, hey everyone, how's it going? Like,
he did the thing. He did the thing. Mom! Yeah, so what's weird about it is that you go to these meets and there are people that like you're like holding court, because you start to get a crowd around you, because you know that there's some people that know who you are, or they kind of notice you, go, oh, are you the guy from internet or whatever?
You're the one guy from the thing?
Yeah, you're the guy with the thing. Like, yeah, I'm that guy. And they start crowding around you, and then you're talking to one person, and all of a sudden that turns into a
YouTube audience.
Well, it turns into YouTube audience, and then they start commenting. First,
this build sucks.
Yeah. Dude, why don't you just start it? Why don't you just start your Lamborghini? Just start it, bro. Just start it right now. Just do it right now, all right? I don't care. Just don't finish it. Just start it. I want to hear it. I want to hear those Lamborghini ponies. But it is weird. Like Doug DeMuro was talking about it when he went across the country, when he still had the Aston Martin. He did some subscriber meetups, and his number was climbing. I think he had somewhere around 200,000 or 300,000 or whatever. And he was just going around the country, and he said, I'd like to do a subscriber meetup. And it's just like in the middle of nowhere. You know, he was like, just, I'll be here. And in one of them, he was like, dude, like 250 people showed up.
Wow.
Like, what do you do? Like, you're not, you're thinking like, oh, there's going to be maybe 10 or 15. Yeah, 10 or 15 people. And then you can just talk to everybody. Like 250 people is like, that's a mighty big barbecue. Like that's a lot of people to show up just to see you. And then what do you do? It's like, do you have to have a speech? Like, do you have to, at that point, do you rent space? Like 250 cars in a parking lot. It's taking a lot of space.
That's heavy traffic. Yeah.
Right. It's heavy traffic. So what exactly do you do? Then you have to hold court. You have to like talk to everybody. If you talk to one person, you have to make sure everybody hears it, or like it's one of those things. And then you have those people that come in like from like in the corner of your eye, you can see that they're kind of checking you out. They're like, and they do this weird awkward thing that I do all the time. If I know somebody and I'm like, and then I don't realize that I'm looking really awkward and creepy, is like I just look at him like, just stare at him for a while. I'm like, like kind of make like this pensive face, like you're trying to play it off like you're not a complete like douche. I'm not saying these people are douches. I'm saying like I just feel like a douche.
Yeah.
And like you're trying to like just act like a normal human being. Like start touching your face and like like act like a normal human. And then they finally come up to you and they go like, you know exactly what they're there for, and they know what they're there for, and they go, hey, are you that guy? Like, and they know that you're that guy. You know that you're that guy, and you know that it's just an icebreaker. And we're like, yeah, man, what's up? And what I do is I just like to ask them about themselves, because I think that's what they want to do anyway. They just want to tell me about them, their cars and whatever, which is great. That's perfect. But at this Ace Cafe meet, it's like that's the first time. That's actually the first meet I went after, like I got 100,000 subscribers or whatever. And I started getting a little bit of notoriety on YouTube. And Like how you were there with me. How many people came up? Like I don't know.
Oh, probably 10 or 15.
Yeah, like 10 or 15. And
At one point, we're actually talking to a group of people, which was cool.
Yeah,
they were all super cool,
which is cool. But wasn't it like kind of a little bit weird? Like,
well, I mean, it was a little bit weird, but it's only because they were Miata people. Is that joke? Is that joke?
No.
It was cool. It was cool.
No. Like I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just like I am not used to this.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
same.
And I can't imagine being like Matt Farah must get this thing all the time. If he goes anywhere with car people, if he goes to a race, or if he goes to like an event or something, dude, he must get this thing. Like he must get. Actually, you know what? I have a Matt Farah story. I went to
Just real quick, if I ever saw Matt Farah in public, I would probably just run up to him and be like, "Dad,
Papa? You came back after all these years. You said you were going to get some milk and you finally came.
Yeah, so I went with Matt Farah to when I was in LA. He invited me to Supercar Sunday, which is like their cars and coffee.
yeah,
And I think I saw Caitlyn Jenner there. I think I saw Caitlyn Jenner with her Porsche 911 GT3 RS or something. But again, I'm not sure because it was kind of like a tall, muscular blonde in a 911 GT3. So
does Caitlyn Jenner have a 911 GT3?
yeah.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. Caitlyn is Caitlyn drives like legitimate race cars. Like it's she's pretty good at that. I hear. I don't know. Not great at texting and driving. Not so great at that, but poor taste. So I go to Supercar Sunday with Matt, and this is I think probably 2 years ago. And as you can imagine, this is a place where first of all it's LA, so it's a bunch of car people, and it's like it's all these eclectic cars. There's supercars. There's there's regular exotics. There's these crazy custom cars. There's these Ferraris that are worth $1 million. You know, everything in between. And Matt Farah is just going around like me. I'm with him, and Matt's just signing autographs. They literally like people are following him. Like people are following him. Like, hey man, I love your show. Like, how long does it take to make one? And all this stuff. And yeah, you know, can I get your autograph and all this? Like one guy had Matt Farah sign his dashboard.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's like sign his dashboard, and yeah, dude, that's insane.
That's cool.
And at the time, like I'm just following him around. I'm like,
I'm with him.
I'm like, I sort of do stuff too, you know. Like at the time, I was with Jalopnik, and I'm like, you may know me from some things.
Do you read? No. Okay.
I don't know. Jalopnik is like Jello picnic. What's that?
Jello picnic.
Right.
Jalopy.
Yeah. So it was just surreal. And then to have Matt tell me, you know, later on that like, dude, I just want to go somewhere and not talk about cars. Just like not have people like come up to me and talk about, you know, it does get tiring after a while. Like if you're an Adam LZ or if you're like a TJ Hunt or whatever, like you have to anywhere you go.
Working at Tesla, same thing, all the time.
What do you
Go
mean?
somewhere after work, still in uniform,
Oh, geez.
or like family members or friends of family members find out where you work. Mm-hmm. You're at work. No matter where you are, you're at work.
So it's not a hybrid, right? It's fully electric. Mm-hmm. So it's I hear that there's a ludicrous mode. Can the car drive itself? So what is this thing? It can drive itself. And on the news, it says that you can take your hands off the steering wheel and it just drives you. You can just put the navigation screen on home and it'll take you home. Can you do that?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's the only car meet story that's a little bit weird, but not really weird. It's like weird in a good way.
After having watched a lot of F-Spot videos, I want to go with him to whatever car meets he goes to because they look crazy and ratchet and awesome.
I've been watching F-Spot videos,
Dude.
And some of these meets are like it's all you can tell that these rich guys in LA, they might be like the sons of billionaires.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Because I doubt anybody that's making their own money would treat anything like this.
No.
Like, it makes no sense. They have like these crazy wrapped, 4x4 Mercedes and whatever, and they're just tearing up the streets, and they look like they have something to prove, which is possible with rich people, which is possible with some rich people, that they're very competitive and they're like, you think your car is loud? My car, much louder. So that happens.
I want to go and I want to watch it unfold. I want to go to one of the meets where they just do donuts in a parking lot with like police helicopters flying all over the place.
I can get you in touch with Gordon. That's F-Spot.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
He's a super chill dude, man.
Let's do this.
He's a great guy.
He sold the Jag though.
Did he?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
I seem to remember that. It could have been a clickbait title. I don't know.
I think it was a clickbait title. I think he was talking about it, and he was talking about it when we were there because we were talking about clickbait.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I said I sold the Jag." I was like, "No, I was just getting it serviced or something." He's like, "Oh, saying goodbye to the Jag?" Question mark. And I was like, "Nah, I just got a service. Like, I just couldn't think of anything better to write." It's like a total clickbait. He's like,
okay,
who cares?
that makes me want to hang out even more with this.
No,
guy.
yeah, dude, he's totally aware. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Really,
he's
really
cool. His content's great. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I think that's it. We've rambled enough.
We have done some rambling. We've done some gambling. We've done some shambling, and we've done some
stambling.
Yep.
Okay. So if you'd like to contact us, if you'd like to email us,
for any reason whatsoever.
For specific reasons, we're gonna leave out some. If you have a medical emergency, probably go to your doctor.
And if you want to know how to make the perfect root beer float, get at me on Instagram.
All right. So you can email us at iwrencheveryday@gmail.com. We want to see what you guys are working on. We want to answer your questions because we're not too interesting of people. We don't really have that many life experiences. I've spent the last month at home, so I don't have too many experiences. Right now, I basically live on the internet and in my garage. But if you'd like to contact me and ask me about things, you can do so at The Real Tavarish. That's Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.com/AskTavarish. Also, if you'd like to see us on Instagram and Twitter for our podcast and this channel, it's at Wrench Every Day. And we are also on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. Andrew, where can they find you?
I can be found on Instagram at HeavyMetalFL and on Twitter at 1565. That's the word 15 and the number 65.
Awesome. All right, so that's me, Tavarish, for Andrew Howell, reminding you guys to wrench every day with Fringurries.